I've broken several Minecraft speedrunning world records over the past couple of months, and despite being a world record holder in several categories, I've yet to task myself with beating Minecraft's most famous speedrun, and despite having no experience, this is me coming out of the Nether to find myself standing in a stronghold directly in front of the end portal, and within minutes I'll have managed to defeat the dragon and accidentally become a high-level speedrunner. Or at least that's what was supposed to happen. You see, despite never having actually completed a Minecraft speedrun in my entire life, I've spent the past several months learning how to do all of the required techniques and skills in order to complete this challenge. But I'm going to need some help. This is Sagi Enderman. He is the current Minecraft world record holder with a time of 8 minutes and 36 seconds, and what he doesn't know is I'm literally about to break his world record. Okay. Maybe not. But Sagi is going to be helping me put all my skills together to get my first ever speedrun, which is a lot easier said than done. I instantly loaded into a world that was right beside the water, quickly found a shipwreck that would be useful in getting items. After crafting all my items, I headed out in search of a magma ravine where I would use my first skill, the magma portal. After quickly entering the Nether, Sagi got very excited because he realized that I had both a fortress and a bastion in close proximity.
I still have fault. Oh, this could be good. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the bastion, it's near the fortress.
And with those being the only two things you need in the Nether, this run was now on extremely good pace. I found the bastion using the entity counter and the F3 menu, but I realized at this time that the timer on the right side of my screen had paused randomly, but using the real-time timer above it, I was still able to get a close approximation of my time. I continued on by looting all the gold and managed to get all the piglins into one singular hole where I traded with them to get everything I needed within a couple of minutes.
No, be careful, be careful.
Bro, I'm chilling. And at this point, I headed off in search of the fortress that I knew was really close, and feeling the crazy pace that I was on, I knew this was no time to make mistakes. Upon arriving at the fortress, I realized that it was super far in order to get to the blaze spawner, and when I finally did get there, the drop rates were terrible and I ended up taking a really long time on this step. Eventually, however, I was able to blind successfully out of the Nether by building a portal randomly to take me back into the overworld.
16 minutes blind, no way.
Where I opened up an app called Ninja Brainbot, which helps you calculate where the stronghold is, which despite seeming like an unfair advantage is actually something that's completely allowed in speedrunning, as all it's doing is calculating a mathematical formula that players would use anyway. When approximating my distance, I was slightly off with the calculation, but according to Sagi,
Fine.
it was in fact not fine. Upon digging down all the way to the stronghold that was supposed to be right below me, there was nothing there. I was devastated. This was my first ever speedrun that I was about to complete, and a simple miscalculation had cost me an absolutely insane first ever time. Despite this, I knew I couldn't give up in front of the world record holder himself, and after going back up and recalculating the distance, I ran thousands of blocks until I dug down once more and finally entered the stronghold. But once again, the crazy luck was back. You see, this stronghold only had one path for me to follow, and it instantly led me right to the portal room. Upon entering the end, I instantly set up everything I needed and waited for the dragon to perch, but when it finally did, things took a turn for the worst.
Oh my god, it's good. Go.
I ran in, and the bed wouldn't place to one cycle the dragon. At first I thought I had mistimed it, but after fleeing the dragon and trying to eat some food, I realized that my game was actually glitching out. When it finally returned to normal, there was nothing I could do except wait for it to perch once again, and this time I wasn't going to mess things up. The entire speedrun of ups and downs, insane luck and terrible luck had all led up to this moment, and I knew I wasn't going to fail. Using the beds, I got the dragon extremely low and managed to finish it off with my axe, completing my first ever speedrun. Because my timer had glitched out, using the in-game timer, I found out it was exactly 40 minutes, and now this was my new time to beat. I thanked Sagi for all the advice he had given me throughout the run, and we headed our separate directions. And now I was left all on my own, realizing I was nowhere near as good at speedrunning as I had thought. I realized that there were a couple of flaws with my speedruns, one being a one cycle, so I hopped into a training map and did a bunch of practice. I also needed to improve my bastion routing, so I picked the most difficult bastion, which is the treasure bastion, and quickly relearned how to route the whole thing without dying. After that, the last thing I wanted to improve on was my magma ravine portal, and yeah, this one was not so difficult. And now after properly learning 3 of my weakest points in the speedrun, it was time for another shot. Also really quick, if you're enjoying the video this far, I highly recommend subscribing. Right away I see a shipwreck over here. I'm not sure if this is going to be good, but hopefully it is. The good chest should be right in here. Oh, perfect, that's really good. Alright, I see obby, so maybe this is worth going down into? Oh my gosh, it definitely was. Look at that lava pool. I cannot ask for anything better than that. Alright, I might have messed up a little bit. That's okay. Alright, there's a huge spike from over here, so there's definitely a bastion this way. We're getting to the bastion in about 7 minutes, and honestly, this is not bad pace for me. Alright, in order to route this bastion, I have to start over here. Break that gold block to get some attention. Come up here. and drop all the rest of the gold into this box. My only issue right now is I'm running out of food, so I'm a little worried about that. Alright, and now let's go grab the chest. Oh, this one was really good. Look at all that obby. These chests, oh my gosh, I've got so much obsidian and gold. Those are by far the best chests I've ever gotten. What the heck? If I get 20 obsidian, I can do something called a double travel, which actually allows me to go back and forth into the overworld twice. That way I can get to the end really, really quickly. Okay, I haven't been running very long, and I actually managed to find the Nether fortress, which is really surprising because I can't do the pyre due to the bastion I was being in being a treasure one. Alright, I am now on 1 heart with no sprint. All I need is to be able to fight 1 hoglin so I can get some food. Please, I need food so bad. Oh my gosh, now we're not dead anymore. I'm on really good pace right now, so I'm actually gonna go for a couple more of these guys. Alright, now I throw my eye. I'm gonna have to line up my crosshair perfectly. Alright, now the bot is saying that I have a 100% chance of getting a 1,500 block away portal, which although that's really far, because I have so much obsidian, I can just go to the exact coordinates it's telling me to in the Nether, and I'll be able to get there really, really quickly. Alright, let's go back through the portal. It's like right over here. Build the portal right here. And this should bring us right to the stronghold, unless my calculations are wrong, in which case I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I'm actually on insane pace now. Oh my god. Wait, he's perching. No! I was in disbelief. I was so close to getting what I thought would be the perfect speedrun, and right when I thought I had it, everything went wrong. I knew that at this point my mechanics were exactly where I wanted them to be, and there was nothing I could do except reset one more time. I quickly loaded into a new world right beside a shipwreck, and as I went into the shipwreck I got all the iron I need, as well as a map to a buried treasure which I would use to get a bunch of materials. After finding the buried treasure, I used the TNT I got from it in order to blow up a bunch of materials, and from there I crafted all my materials and quickly found a ravine to go into. I made my portal underwater and quickly entered the Nether. I was in a hole, but I found a bastion nearby using E-Rang, so I went on anyway. I quickly found a bastion that I could tell was bridge, and after getting all of the gold, I ran and brought it all to the piglins, and after a couple minutes of trading, I got everything I needed and was able to head out. By running through some rough terrain, I was finally able to find the Nether fortress, where after killing a bunch of blazes and getting surprisingly good rates, I blinded out and back into the overworld. I was in a hole, so after digging back up and getting into the ocean, I threw my pearls to find exactly where the stronghold was, and after locating it exposed underwater, I quickly swam into it, found the portal, and went into the end. After setting up and crafting all my materials, I waited what felt like forever for the dragon to finally perch, and when it did, I knew I couldn't mess this up. The only other time I was on sub 30 pace, I had completely fumbled, and I knew I was not going to let history repeat itself. As I began to one cycle the dragon, I knew I was doing well enough that I would be able to finish the run, but on only a few hearts, I was making sure to be very cautious. I managed to deal one final blow with my axe to kill the dragon, and as he died, I got a final time of 27 minutes and 4 seconds. This time, while nowhere close to being the world record, is an absolutely unreal time to have as my second ever PB, and puts me well above the vast majority of Minecraft players. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this one where I accidentally break a Minecraft world record. Subscribe!